Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be talking all about how to stay in line with your current fitness goals and how to continue eating healthy throughout the holidays. I know that this time of year, up until January 1st, can be a little crazy and filled with a variety of yummy holiday treats. And I know that the busyness and treats and gatherings, if you are gathering, don't always allow for as much control over the foods that you are eating, which I know can cause a little bit of anxiety, especially if you have fitness goals that you are trying to accomplish and stick to. But don't worry, I am here to help. I have many tips that I have implemented over the past 5 years now that have really helped me stay in line with my fitness goals and have allowed me to still enjoy and eat all the yummy foods but not feel so guilty. I know that we all hate that feeling when we overindulge and we eat way too much and we're just feeling so full and miserable and uncomfortable, and I have many tips for that, so be sure to watch this video all the way to the end so that you don't miss out on any of these tips. But just real quick, if you're new to my channel, my name's Monique and I post videos twice a week, every Tuesday and Thursday, on health, wellness, beauty, and just all things girl. So if that sounds like something you are interested in, I would love it if you would hit that subscribe button and join my community here on YouTube. And then also, if you want to see more healthy eating, healthy living tips here on YouTube, then don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Okay, so I want this video to be a little bit more casual and like we're having a conversation. So I just moved over here so that you all have a better view of me and we can hang out and talk about how to eat healthy during this crazy busy time. So I did reach out on Instagram and I asked what exactly some of the struggles are that you might have with eating healthy during the holiday season. And I'm not going to be answering those questions word for word, but I did use those questions to help guide me. So if you aren't following me on Instagram, go and follow me over there. I do post lots of more healthy living and healthy eating tips, so be sure to follow me so that you don't miss out. I really love connecting with you over there. So the first thing that I wanted to mention on this topic is something that I see a lot of people doing. These are all things that I have done too, so I don't want it to seem like I'm above or superior in any way, because we are human and everybody struggles with these kinds of things during the holiday season, especially if you have healthy goals that you are trying to accomplish. But really, if you think about it, from now until January 1st, there are, what, 4 holidays? Christmas, Christmas Eve, Thanksgiving, and New Year's Eve. So I'm sure there are plenty others. You celebrate Hanukkah or Kwanzaa or whatever else. But for the most part, most of the days left in 2020 aren't holidays. They are just normal, regular days. And the reason that I am mentioning that is because I feel like I find often that a lot of people celebrate the holiday for more than the day that it is. So instead of celebrating Thanksgiving on Thursday, they celebrate it Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and they're still eating and indulging in those foods that might not be the healthiest from their Thanksgiving dinner. I totally understand that some people might have multiple gatherings on different days, and that's totally fine, but I think it's just important to choose 1 or 2 days, or the days that you actually have the gatherings, rather than continuing to overindulge and celebrate those days when it really is just a normal day for you. I hope that made sense. So my advice for that would be to choose 1 day, or the days that you have the gatherings, even if it's 2, choose those 2 days and let those days be the days that you celebrate. Do not let this holiday season be an excuse or a reason of why you can't accomplish your fitness goals or why you can't eat healthy. I see so many people holding off on starting their healthy living journey until January 1st because of the holiday, when in reality, like I mentioned earlier, there are more normal days left this year than there are holidays. So you are missing on so many opportunities to get started on your healthy living journey. So that is really my only tip that I have with the holiday season overall. And I also wanted to mention, I do not know what everybody's plans are this year. I do not know if you're gathering with your family or if you're not, or if you're doing it virtually in any way. I know for me, for Thanksgiving, for example, I'm not really gathering with my family the way that I normally normally would, but we still are eating a normal traditional Thanksgiving dinner. So I might say gathering, and if you're not gathering, just let it roll off the top of your head. You get what I mean. So on the day of the actual holiday, let's just use Thanksgiving for example, since that's the next upcoming holiday that we are celebrating. I think it is so important, and what has really helped me is to treat that day like a normal day. Thanksgiving is on a Thursday, so I like to wake up, get my workout in, eat my breakfast, and do everything that I normally would do on a normal Thursday. I think that it is so easy to want to skip breakfast, skip your workout, and not eat until your main meal, but I know for me that when I do that, that makes me become starving, and then when I go to eat my Thanksgiving dinner, I am so hungry that I completely overeat, and then I am so full that I literally cannot move and I'm miserable and uncomfortable. I always say this, and it really applies to like everything in life, but do not sacrifice what you want most for what you want in the moment. And I'm not saying not to eat those unhealthy foods, because I definitely think you should. What I mean by that is to like be intentional with your foods, listen to your body, eat slow, like do not overeat, do not skip your breakfast, do as normal, because overeating and that feeling is not what you want. Like, yeah, it might taste good in the moment. I mean, we've all been there, right? You know how miserable that feeling is. Do not sacrifice what you want most for what you want in the moment. It is never worth it. And I do think it is important to get a workout in the day of, not to like erase calories or burn off what you are eating, but just because you'll feel better and it will help make this day feel a little bit more normal. Alright, so at Thanksgiving, when you're making your plate and scooping all of those yummy foods that your grandma or your aunt made, my biggest tip is to choose the sides that you don't get to eat as often, or sides that might only be served on Thanksgiving. Personally, I always try to not eat as much mashed potatoes or rolls, because I know that I can eat those anytime, but things like cauliflower casserole or green bean casserole, for me, those are only served on Thanksgiving and I really enjoy them. I would much rather eat those than foods that I could have any time of the year. And I do think it is important to eat these foods even though they might not be the healthiest, because like I mentioned, they're only served once a year, and I don't think that restricting yourself from them is a very healthy mindset to have. Personally, when I tell myself that I can't have something, it only makes me want to have it more, and then I end up eating way too much of it than I would have if I just told myself that it's fine. And it is fine. Know that it is fine. So when you go to eat, I always think it is so important to prioritize your protein and your healthier sides first. Your healthier sides are going to be things like vegetables and things that have the least amount of ingredients in them. So I always think it's best to eat those sides and your protein first, because that will fill you up and keep you from overindulging in the sides that you love but might not be as healthy. Something that is kind of a little different but that has really made a world of a difference for me is to focus on your perspective and remember what the holiday and this day is about. This day is about being thankful, being in good company, spending time with your family, being grateful. I mean, there is so much that this day is about, and when you focus on that, it really takes the pressure off the food and it keeps you from overindulging or being too hard on yourself if you do overindulge. I think it's important to treat it just like a normal day and spend time with the people that you love, whether that's in person or virtually or whatever it is that you are doing this year. Only you know what's best for your family. When it comes time for dinner, enjoy the foods that you love that you're only able to eat once a year, and then move on. Do not sit and sulk about the choices that you made or feel guilty or continue to overeat because you feel like what you ate wasn't the healthiest and you're already off track. What really matters is what you do the next day, and if you just continue on the trend because you think you already messed up, then that is what's actually going to get you further from your goals and what's going to get you off track. I always think that it's worth mentioning, I mean, one day of overeating if you do overeat, is not gonna hold you back, is not gonna mess up all your progress. You didn't build your progress in a day, so you're not going to lose it in a day either. Just jump back in and keep going. Living a healthy lifestyle isn't just about the foods that you eat. Part of being healthy is having a healthy mind and being able to eat foods that might not have the most healthy ingredients and not feeling guilty or getting upset with yourself for it. I know that 4 years ago, when I first started my healthy living journey, I would always try to eat as healthy as I could, and I would avoid eating the sides that I didn't think were the healthiest, even though that I love them, and I totally regret that now. I think that sometimes we just put too much pressure and focus on food when really that's not what this day is about. When you kind of change your mindset and don't put the focus on food, I feel like your habits and the choices that you make with healthy eating just like tend to follow. So all of these little tips that I mentioned are things that I'm going to implement this Thanksgiving and Christmas and New Year's Eve, all of the holidays that are yet to come. I am so pumped and excited. I hope that these tips were helpful to you or encouraging or motivating and kind of shed some light on the mindset to have this holiday season. I hope that you all have a great holiday season. Thank you so much for watching this video. Leave a comment down below and tell me what your favorite Thanksgiving dish is. And if you have any other questions, comments, concerns that I didn't cover in this video. Thanks again for watching. I will see you next time. Bye.